What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the No Excuses Podcast. A lot of people have asked me, they've been hitting up the email based off the last video and the shorts that I put it out, thanking everybody for 500 subscribers. They've been hitting up the email, they've been asking me questions, business questions, success questions, all kinds of stuff. And one of the questions that I got asked was what it is that I do on a day-to-day. So, I own a lawn care and landscaping company. So we do lawn care and landscaping. I've got crews out right now working on a tree job for me. And in the middle of that tree job, I got a phone call from a returning customer that needs some commercial work done for her commercial property. I've done work for this customer before. She's a really good customer, and she really likes working with us. And so I'm gonna go out to that property and do an estimate for her. They want the flower beds to look good. They want the trees trimmed. They want the grass cut. It's commercial property, so we're gonna go out there. We're gonna make sure that they get a good price and make sure that they get the service that they need. But I want to talk to you guys, man, about while I'm going through all of this. I'm going to talk to you guys about some some things that to avoid, because I saw some questions inside of my emails that kind of concerned me and they kind of disturbed me a little bit. And I just want to let y'all know I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not trying to, go down your throat and tell you, hey, you need to do this. You're not going to be successful. I'm not going to do that. But just a word of advice. Word of advice for sure. So, I had a question where a guy's been in business for about a year and a half. He's made $50,000 in revenue. And he said that he has the opportunity and the credit to go and buy 2 brand new trucks for his fencing company. And the trucks that he was going, so I emailed him back. I was like, what trucks are you going to buy? And he sends them to me. And when I tell you guys that this guy sent me back 2 2500 HDs that are I think they're 2023s, both of them. And they've got less than 10,000 miles on each one. I was kind of like, well, I don't know what you think this is. Like, I emailed him back. I was like, why is it that you need to purchase 2 $40,000 trucks instead of trying to save your money and purchase exactly what you need for a lower price? Because you can find cheaper trucks out there. Like, I personally don't buy any trucks that are over $15,000. I don't do it because once you put employees in it, I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't really care. And my employees can watch this. Y'all fuck stuff up all the time. Y'all mess it up all the time. So I've had people break door handles and crazy thing. I'm a big guy, man. Like, and I've never broken a door handle off a truck before. And I'm talking about you, Juan. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But it kind of concerned me. And I was like, so we're going to go and drop $80,000 on trucks. And that's not even counting the maintenance that they're going to need. The gas, the gas in these trucks, so they're diesels on top of that. The tires, light kits that you're gonna need if if you're doing emergency work, stuff like that. Like, it's too much. You're in the $100,000 range after your interest on your financing and all that. So you're in the $100,000 range. So we're spending double the amount of money that we've made in revenue. So now the next couple of years, let's just say we've got a 15% growth year over year for this business. I mean, I'm just not seeing it. I don't understand it, not one bit. But I do understand that people will get on YouTube and they will tell you, just go out there and buy the new trucks because your customers will if you come up in a truck that doesn't look too good, then your customers aren't going to think that you're professional. They're not going to hire you. You got to have the best trucks, the best equipment. You got to have them all wrapped. You got to have all that. So you got to do all of that. Take it from me. Most of those, that might work for some people. But most of those people that are saying those things are not providing quality enough service in order to justify them having the branded shit. So they're telling you, hey, buy this brand new stuff, this new shiny stuff, so that your appearance to the customer is really, really great. And if you don't have these things, your business isn't going to be successful because nobody's going to want to hire you if you show up in a beat up truck, right? But if you show up in a truck if you show up in a 2005, if you show up in a 2005 work truck, white, maybe it's got some dings and dents in it, maybe it's got some paint scratched up in it, and you give them a quality price and you do quality work for them, they're gonna hire you again. You don't have to show up in brand new stuff in order to be successful in your business, and you surely shouldn't be trying to go out and buy $100,000 worth of debt, $100,000 worth of equipment to justify you. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. And just take that from me that I didn't do that. That's not what I've done. I would never buy a truck in my business that's over $15,000. I always purchase trucks that are under $15,000 until I get to the point that I'm making millions upon millions year over year. Then I'll start getting newer vehicles, and I probably won't finance them. They'll probably be leased for a certain amount of time. But we can talk about that later. But you don't need to buy the brand new stuff. So to answer your question, the person that, I'm not going to say your name, but the person that sent me that email, I would try to go online and do some research on some trucks that are 15,000 and under. Call some people in your network, try to see who you can get a truck from, and I would take that route instead of spending $40,000 a piece on two trucks at the same time. That's what I would do. Now, I also know somebody else that actually owns a fencing company, and he has his own trucks, but the people that he hires to work for him, the crews that they're running, they have a truck that they use, and it's actually their own personal truck. So it just if you want to know a little bit about that, he hires them and he trains them, and once they're good enough to run their own crew, they bring their own crew in, and he has them use their own truck, and sometimes he has them use their own trailer too. But if they don't have one, he'll provide them a trailer to haul the lumber around in, but they're using their own truck. So that's saving him on equipment costs. I mean, that's saving him on a lot of facets. Equipment costs, saving him the liability of somebody having a car accident because he requires them to have their own insurance for their trucks. He pays them really good. He pays them really, really good, but he's also making millions of dollars a year doing fencing work by using that method. So maybe you try to like revamp or rethink your idea of, I need to have all of the trucks and I need to own all of the trucks, and try to see if you can hire people that have trucks already that can haul this stuff around and do the work for you, and you just pay them, however you pay them. If you pay them a certain amount per linear foot they build, then you just pay them that way, and then you just increase your prices so that you can be making a good profit margin off of your business, and that's what I would do. But that's just a word of advice, just from me to you. And I'm not going to answer all the questions, but I kind of throw them in there bit by bit. I got a lot of them. I really did. I got a lot of them. What's another one that I got that kind of threw me for a loop? Profit margins. I probably need to make an entire video just on profit margins to explain to you people what profit margins are, and explain to you what the difference between revenue and profit is, and material costs and stuff like that. I need to make these videos so that I can teach you guys and show you guys kind of the differences between these things, because it's important. Because some of you guys are sending me questions and you're using the terminology, but you don't really know what the words mean. Stop doing that. Your revenue is how much you get from the job. So your revenue, if I have a job and I'm going out and I'm installing windows, and the windows are going to cost me $1,000, okay? It's going to cost me $1,000 to purchase the windows for that customer. but I'm charging the customer $5,000 in order to do the project. I'm charging them $5,000 to do the project. I spend $1,000 on windows. I have the guys out there. I spend $500 on labor. Okay, and let's just say I spend $100 on gas. Okay, so that's $1,000 for windows, $500 for labor, $100 for gas. So that's $1,600. So you take your $5,000, that is your revenue, right? Obviously before your costs. So that's your $5,000. You take out your $1,600. Okay. Once you take out your $1,600, the number that you get after that is your gross profit. Okay, that's the money that you have left over to do whatever you want to do with it. Hopefully you're putting it back into your business. But that is just your gross profit, because there's probably other little itty bitty costs that you're going to have to pay for as well. But that's your gross profit right there. Now, some people are going to say, well, no, that's your net profit because you've already paid your materials, you've already paid your people, you've already paid your gas, but I don't own a window company. There's probably other stuff that you're going to have to pay too. Once you pay for everything that job encompasses, then you'll have a net profit after that. So I mean, if somebody, let's say you got the wrong amount of windows. Let's just say you got the wrong amount, and you need to install more. You need more nails, or you need just little stuff. Oh, your hammer broke. Your hammer broke in half, right? Oh, I need to get another hammer. Once you pay for all that stuff that's going to go wrong, because it will go wrong. Something goes wrong every time. Something's going to go wrong. Once you pay for that stuff, then that'll be your net profit, and then that's your how much money you made on that job, and you'll know if you're doing well or not, because some of you guys, your profit margins aren't high enough too. Because I mean, if you go out and pay for materials, my profit, let's just say I charge a 40%, or let's say I charge 100% profit, or 100%. I have 100% profit margin or material costs upcharge, right? So my material upcharge is 100%. So if I go out and I buy something, if I buy materials for $100, I'm charging the customer $200. So I spend $100 on materials, I get $100 back, right? Profit margins have got to be high enough when you first start your business so that you can grow. That's where the challenge comes in, because you got other businesses that are out there that have been running for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and they've been doing business long enough and saved up enough money and saved up enough capital to get enough jobs coming in every day that they can charge lower and do more work. But you're just starting out in business, so you're going to have to kind of bite the bullet and say, hey, I'm just starting out in business. I got to charge you more so that I can grow to get to the point where I can give people the best price that I can, right? But I mean, it's normal. And as your business grows, your profit margins will get lower and lower. These Fortune 500 companies, some of these companies have profit margins that are in the single digits. I mean, 5% profit margins, 3% profit margins, 8% profit margins. But they're making hundreds of millions or sometimes billions a year in revenue. So, I mean, you do the math. That's quite a lot of money. And, your profit margin, after you get done with that, that's your money. That's your money. That's it. So, I mean, that too, I saw some of that in there. I saw the equipment thing is prominent. I mean, that you guys trying to go out and buy the absolute best stuff that you can buy, but you don't even know if you're actually going to enjoy being in that business is kind of crazy. But that's totally up to you guys. I would advise against it, but I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you the risk that you want to take when it comes to funds and money, because that's one of the reasons. That's one of the big reasons why a lot of these businesses fail within the first couple of years. They run out of money, and they don't have enough to pay people. They don't have enough to pay bills and stuff like that. And I've had that happen to me before, but I figured out a way to get out of it. I'll leverage my network to get out of it, and I'm out of it. I've had things stolen from me before. I've had things stolen from me, and my insurance companies haven't paid it out. guys, don't be lax with it. You gotta have insurance if you got a business. You're gonna have to have insurance. Especially if you're gonna want to get into commercial stuff, they're gonna require you to have specific insurance required. There's gonna be specific insurance requirement that you're gonna have in order to use and work for bigger companies and stuff like that. If you have your things covered under an insurance policy, if you got a truck covered under an insurance policy and one of your employees wrecks that truck and your insurance company doesn't want to pay you out for it, you need to find a new insurance company as soon as possible. And I mean, quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry. Like, it's really not a game, because that can put you down $20, $30, $40, $50,000. Give me 1 second. So, yeah, that could put you down quite a lot. So it's, don't be lax with these insurance companies. Be on these insurance companies. And when you call them, you need to ask them, hey, I need to know everything that I need to do so that if something gets stolen, damaged, or destroyed, I want you guys to cover it through my insurance. So you tell me everything that I need to do in order to make that happen. And they will tell you. And if they don't tell you, or if they're being vague about it, that's not the insurance company for you. You don't need to go with that insurance company at all. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Right now, asking me questions is free. I will answer them for free. All I ask is that you like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get more knowledge and learn more things. Eventually, it won't be free, and you'll have to pay a little money in order to get some knowledge out of me. So I'm going to try to give you guys as much free knowledge as I can, and hopefully you guys capitalize on it and you take a liking and you take a listen to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. We got an MLB baseball player that we're going to be interviewing on a new segment called 10 Percenters. And everybody that is successful doesn't get successful in business. Some people get successful in sports, whether it be fishing, sports. Some people are really successful just working for another company. It doesn't have to be you owning your own business. Sometimes it can just be you working for somebody else's business, and you can be really, really successful in doing that too. So, I mean, we're going to be interviewing 10 percenters on the channel. They're going to be at-length interviews, and we're going to be asking them questions so that when you guys listen, you can kind of relate the things that they're saying about success to whatever it is that you're doing. And if you can't do that, then, we might have some other things that we need to talk about as far as listening skills and as far as like applying things that people say to your everyday life. Because just because somebody isn't living the same life as you and didn't do the same things as you in order to be successful, they have the success principles in order for you to get where you need to go. So you probably should take a listen to them. No matter how old they are, no matter how young they are, no matter where they're at in life, what country they're from, anything, you should probably take a listen to them because they have something to teach you. All right, guys, we're back. I remembered the question that the guy asked me. He asked me, he says he's 24 years old, and he wants to know if he can be successful in business and have a relationship at the same time. There are a lot of people that'll say, when you're starting your business and you're on your purpose, don't get into a relationship because it's only going to distract you. So if you're a person that's easily distracted, I would say probably not the best course of action. But I'm big on family, and I want kids. I want a family, and there are plenty of people that have been successful in business and had a wife and kids at the same time. But keep that in mind, I said a wife and kids. So I want to talk about that for a little bit because I think it's important, because I know that the going consensus is, women are only going to distract you. You should be worried about women. You should be worried about your business and put everything into your business and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's true. You can do that if you're a man. If you're a man, you can do that. We can have kids the day that we die. But if you're a woman and you're in business, and shout out to all the women that follow me on my channel. I see you guys in the comments. But if you're a woman and you do that and you're trying to start your business, like, you don't have all the time to wait. There's a certain amount of time, there's a and somebody to have a family with, and somebody that you can love and grow with. So I'm not a woman, and so I can't really give the women on my channel the most advice on who they should be looking for and what they need to do as far as finding a husband in the midst of trying to run your business. But there are a lot of female entrepreneurs that are successful that I would talk to about that, and I want to say it came natural to a lot of them. But as for the men out there, I mean, I believe that you can do it. I'm doing it now. But I did it a certain way. And there's certain things that there's certain characteristics in somebody that you would choose to be your wife. When you have a business, you need somebody that is really patient. Patience is a really big thing. They need to have patience, a lot of patience, because it's going to be ebbs and flows, ups and downs, and it's kind of crazy. So they gotta have a lot of patience. I would say that there is absolutely an image among, depending on what you do. You know, if you're in the tech space and you need your wife to be, you know, kind of, if you think your wife's going to end up being a public figure, probably want to get somebody that's going to be able to go in front of a crowd and talk about your product. That'd be good, because a lot of these, you would want somebody that's going to come in and enhance your business and enhance your life. That's what we all want, right? Somebody that's going to come in and make our lives better, right? So for me in my relationship, you know, my girlfriend is really, really good at planning. She's a great planner. She ran my books for my business. She answered phone calls and dealt with customer complaints and scheduled out all the jobs. And, you know, I was out doing the work, and she would just call me and say, hey, we got a customer that needs an estimate here, here, and here, and he needs this done, and blah, blah, blah. She'd give me all the information, and I'd go out and get the work done. And if customers had a complaint, they'd call her and she'd take care of it. And she was really, really, really good at that. And that is something, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, that's something that is not, like, it's not common. It's very rare, per se. And I didn't have to teach her. Those things. She just knew how to do it. And that's very rare. And so, like, and I already knew that I wanted to marry her, but that just made it, like, so concrete in my mind that was going to be the perfect person for me. Because she was interested in my business and she wanted to work in my business, and, you know, she did. So, and she did a great job at it. I mean, awesome job. So, I mean, if you find somebody that's like that, for sure, you can go ahead and do that. If you find but like, patience is a good one. Somebody that's a good follower, because obviously if you're in your company, you're the leader of your company. So if you're trying to bring somebody in that also wants to be a leader in your company, and they haven't put in any work into your business or know anything about your business in order to be a leader in your company, they just want to tell people what to do, that's going to be a problem. Probably shouldn't be with that person. Right, that's not the person that you want to be with, because they're going to cause problems in your business, and that's going to get to the point where your employees are kind of getting tired of somebody that, you know, doesn't really have any real authority over them, telling them what to do, boss them around, all that crap. So that's probably not a good thing to do at all. But so yeah, I mean, patience is really great. The ability to learn is really great. A woman that has good money management skills would be really great. So again, if you're gonna do this, you still have to stay focused on your business and concentrate on it. So they're going to have to understand that, you know, you might not be home at, you know, normal times at night. You know, you might have to sacrifice a lot for years and years and years, and they're going to see their friends around them buying houses, and they're going to see their friends around them going on beach trips and going out of the country and having vacations and going on cruises and all that stuff. They're going to see that stuff. So if you have a woman that has a jealous soul, and they see other people doing it, so they want to do it as well, that's probably not the right woman for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to cause some problems, because you're on a different path as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, you're on a different path than the rest of the population. That's why most people in the population don't get to this level. They don't get there. So, if in order to live a life that nobody else lives, you have to be willing to do things that nobody else is willing to do. And people don't want to delay gratification. They don't want to wait. They want everything right now. So if you get a woman that has that mindset, it's gonna be bad. I'm just letting you know that now. You can do whatever you want to do, but it's gonna be bad. Okay? If you get a woman that isn't supportive, she's not supportive of your dreams and your goals, that's gonna be bad too. Don't do it. I don't care how good she looks. Don't do it. It's not gonna be good. Okay? Keep it in your pants. If you're going out here having babies at a wedlock with all these different women, you're probably not gonna be successful. You're probably not gonna be successful in business either. I know there's a lot of people out there that are famous. They have a whole bunch of kids by a whole bunch of different women, but they were already famous by the time they did that. You don't need to do that. That's something. Leave that for the entertainers and the rappers and the artists that are inside of the entertainment space. And I would advise against it, even if you're in that space too. But if you're going to be in business, it's really not a good look. I love Elon Musk, but it's not a good look that he's got 12 children. Now, his kids are in context of relationships, and so it's not just random women. I get it, but still not a good look because he's no longer married to those women. But yeah, and also having a bunch of kids without being in the context of a marriage, it costs money, and it's going to take money away from your business so that you can take care of your children. Because I would hope that anybody that's on the channel, if you guys had a child, you'd take care of it and you wouldn't be a piece of crap and leave. But it's going to cost money to be able to take care of the kid, and that's going to take money away from your business that you could be using in order to grow your business. So that's the main reason why people say don't even worry about relationships while you're inside of the context of growing your business, because they in their mind they don't think you have the control within you to not make mistakes. I don't have any children. I've been with my woman for 3 years now. We're getting married, and we don't have any children, and we're not going to have any children until we get this business stuff situated, until we're ready, and we just have that control. So it works out, and she's very supportive. I love her to death, and she's probably going to watch this, and she's going to be like, "You're only saying that because you know I've subscribed to your channel," and I'm just like, "This is all the truth. I really love her to death. I love her." But yeah, I wouldn't be going to the club just getting one night stands as a business, because you just don't have time to do that. If you're a business owner, you're still going to the club every weekend. You got some priorities that you need to get straightened out. So that's my answer to your question. You can do it. You just need to find the right person, and they need to have the right characteristics in order to follow your plan and for your dreams and your goals. If they're not willing to do the things that they need to do in order to line in with your plan, then they don't need to be on your plan. They need to be with somebody else, and that's just the way that it is. So, but yeah, I just wanted to, before I got to this estimate, I wanted to touch on that, because that's probably a whole nother video in and of itself too, that I probably need to post, because that is a question and a topic that I talk about a lot when it comes to new entrepreneurs and people that are just getting started in their business journey. They start doing well, and they start owning something, and then people find out, and the women start hitting you up in your DMs, and you ain't never felt that before, so you start losing control, and you can't control yourself. But I'm telling y'all, just control yourself. You don't want to get with a woman that only wants you for your money either. You want to get with a woman that's going to support you and live up to her vows and your vows. So that's my answer to that. But we're going to try to this estimate. We're going to get this estimate done. We're going to get them a price and get them a contract in, and that's going to be pretty much it for the day. But if you guys have any more questions about anything, feel free to email me. No, it's N as in Nancy, E as in Echo, podcast official. Okay, NE podcast official @gmail.com. Send in your questions. I will answer them for free. I will answer them for free. I might not make a video on every single one of them, but I will get back to every single one of them, and I will answer them for free. It's not going to be free forever. Get your questions in now while you can, and get all of the knowledge in now that you can, because I'm gonna be slinging them out. I'm gonna be slinging them out on the channel, and I'm gonna be teaching. I'm gonna be doing interviews with people. You're gonna be learning, and you're gonna be better for it. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching No Excuse Podcast. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can get notifications for all the content that we post. Because subscriptions don't really mean too much. But hey, y'all have a great day, and keep a lookout. More videos to come. Catch you.